Many of us were raised or conditioned to believe that being good means being helpful. If I don't say yes, they'll think I'm not committed. If I push back, I'll seem selfish. If I take a break, I'm not working hard enough.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Soul Healers community. And if you're new here, I'm so glad that you found this space. I hope as you watch my videos, you'll start to see me as your emotional, intelligent bestie. Today, we'll be talking about setting boundaries at work and not feeling guilty. Whether it's an extra task at work or protecting your personal space, there is nothing wrong with setting boundaries at work. Today's video is about understanding where guilt comes from and how to work through it. With that being said, let's learn, grow, and find strength together. Let's get started.
Let's start with why this even feels so difficult. Many of us were raised or conditioned to believe that being good means being helpful, available, and agreeable. And especially at work, where job security, promotions, and reputation feel like they're always on the line, saying no or setting a limit can feel risky. But here's the truth. Setting boundaries doesn't make you difficult. It doesn't make you lazy, and it absolutely doesn't make you feel ungrateful for your job. Guilt around boundaries usually comes from this deep fear. If I don't say yes, they'll think I'm not committed. If I push back, I'll seem selfish. If I take a break, I'm not working hard enough. But guess what? People's temporary disappointment or this misunderstanding doesn't mean your boundary is wrong. You are not responsible for managing other people's feelings about your limits. You're responsible for taking care of yourself so you can do your best work and live a full life outside of it. So, how do you actually do it? How do you set boundaries at work without spiraling into guilt afterward? Here are a few things that have helped me and might help you too. When I set a boundary, I ground myself by asking, why am I setting this limit? If the answer is about protecting my well-being, maintaining the quality of my work, or honoring my values, that's enough. Knowing your why keeps you anchored when guilt tries to creep in. You don't owe people an apology for having limits. You don't have to over-explain or sound defensive. A simple, confident response like, I'm at full capacity right now, but I would be happy to revisit this next week. Or, I want to give this project my best effort, and I won't be able to do that if I spread myself too thin, is more than enough. People might not love your boundary at first, but over time, setting and sticking to your limits actually builds trust and respect. It shows you know your capacity. It shows you honor your commitments by not overcommitting. And it shows you respect yourself, which teaches others to respect you too. You are not a machine. You're a human being with energy that needs to be replenished. Taking care of yourself outside of work is not slacking. It's the foundation for sustainable success. Rest is productive, boundaries are professional, and self-respect is powerful. If no one's told you this lately, you are allowed to say no. You are allowed to set limits. You are allowed to protect your peace at work and everywhere else. Guilt is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you're healing and choosing yourself in a world that hasn't always taught you to. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you've ever struggled with setting boundaries at work without feeling guilty, I see you, and I promise you are not alone in that. I respond to all comments during the first 72 hours of the video being posted, so please let me know in the comments, what's one boundary you're working on setting right now? Let's support each other in creating healthier and happier work lives. Thank you for joining me today. And as always, keep striving and keep thriving. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.